Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank all of you for joining our webinar about effects of COVID-19 on ACCA exams. Before starting to the webinar, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Aras, ACCA training partners of British Academy. And I'd also want to introduce the keynote speaker, Victoria Volotowska. She's the Regional Development Manager of ACCA Ukraine and Caucasus status. We would like to express our gratitude to ACCA Global and on behalf of ACCA Ukraine as they support us to co-organize and lead this presentation. Actually, before starting to the webinar, before passing my speech to Mrs. Victoria, I would like to present the agenda of this webinar. So as you know before, today the main agenda, first we'll start the highlights and the recent updates on ACCA, and then we'll we'll give the information about the deferred or postponed exams, and also we'll talk about the relevant ACCA policies. It will be the one part of the agenda, and then we'll provide information about online resources. At the end, we'll have the Q&A session. On that session, you'll be able to ask your questions. Actually, you can ask why this topic. It is obvious that recently ACCA Global, ACCA postponed, deferred some exams, June session to September, and that's why we recently received too many questions on this topic. And apart from this, ACCA has already announced that they are taking new steps in order to, launch online exams, and that's why those type of exams are, they raise the new questions, and that's why they are asking too many questions that what are the new procedures, what those remote control exams mean, and so on. That's why with those, it will be very beneficial for you to co-organize this webinar with ACCA Ukraine, ACCA Global. That will be very beneficial, very useful for you. So I don't want to talk a lot. I just want to pass my speech to Mrs. Victoria Volotowska, and she will deliver the speech on details regarding the expected change on ACCA, updates on ACCA. Yeah, here, Victoria, Mrs. Victoria, welcome to our webinar. Yeah, I'm passing the speech to you.
Yes, thank you, Aras. Good afternoon, dear students. I would like to thank Elmir and Aras and British Academy for giving us such an opportunity to meet with ACCA students. And the purpose of our call today is to give you update with the main topic, why are we here today, is about ACCA exams, and give you a brief update. As most of you have heard or read or received the message from ACCA that June exam session was cancelled. It wasn't postponed, it wasn't shifted, it was fully cancelled in most countries of the world due to the coronavirus, and it will not happen. The next session will be in September. Students who registered for June exam will return the money for their exam in their cabinets. These people were not automatically re-registered to another session. So if among you there are students who have registered for June exam but didn't do anything yet, what I wanted to tell, first of all, your money were returned to your MyACCA account. And if you want to pass an exam in December, in September, you will need to enter MyACCA and re-register for an exam using the money in your cabinet. Why it was not automatically registered? Because we don't know what session you would like to pass, September or December. So you need to come to log in MyACCA and register for the session that you prefer to pass. Or from MyACCA, you can also return the money to the card to the banking card and you can withdraw if you are not planning to pass exams, for example, this year. And due to this situation that provoked a lot of questions, ACCA created ACCA COVID Hub, where places all the resources for students, for members, our live events, and about the well-being and mental health. At this stage, you see that I have selected the students section, and you can see that there are a lot of resources about the remote exams, about the syllabus changes, about the practice platform, and I think Janetta at this point will share the link, so all entities can follow and see exactly what I mean to say. So people are still joining. As for the September session is planned without any changes. So you will register for a selected exam and pass. Please take into account that you will need to prepare using new syllabus. At that ACCA COVID Hub that I was mentioning, there is a link, new syllabuses. You can check whether the syllabus has changed or not, but basically not many things were changed, so you need to revise. If you check any of the syllabus on our website, at the end of the syllabus, there is a summary of all the changes. And if you see that there have been great changes, you take the new syllabus. If changes were minor, you can use the old syllabus. So all applied knowledge exams will be passed on the CB on demand. And strategic professional exams also will be passed as planned and will become computer-based from June 2021. And at this slide, I would like to remind for those whose exam was cancelled in June. So the standard deadline to register for September session exam is 27th of July. So please, you still have an opportunity to decide and to register. ACCA exam prices will not change for September, so you can still register using the money from your account because there will be no change. Yes, and CB Center on Demand, where you can pass exams ABLW. In this case, you have to approach the CB Center. The list of CB centers you can also find on the ACCA website, and you can check whether the location works or not, because some of them don't accept students, but some of them create safe conditions, and you can still pass exam. So please check yourself where you can pass exams. ACCA online study resources. There was a question about the study resources, and due to COVID, you have found a lot of them, and the question was, will they still be available? I would like to pay your attention that there is on the website, there is study resources that are always there. There are online and recorded webinars. There are past papers. I don't know whether all of you know or not, but I would like to emphasize past papers. It means that if you pass a certain exam, it is different all the time. And exam with results from the previous question, you can find in this section and use for practice. There are specimen exams that you can use for preparation for ABMA FA. There is CB practice platform. There are some learning partners that are recognized internationally, and you guys also rely for their support. I don't see everything that I wrote here because it's closed with the attendees tab. Okay, it's examiner's report, quarterly newsletters that are sent by our local office for all the students who have registered for exams. So please use all those resources to be prepared for exam. And on this slide, I would like visually to show you how the section looks. And you can see that if you go to the website and you check students and study support resources, here you can see this ACCA qualification. And once you press the ACCA qualification, on the second slide, you see, for example, on the left part, you can see the list of the exams. And when you press certain exam, for example, finance reporting, on the right part of the screen, you see all the resources which are there, which are past exams, which are syllabuses, examiners report, webinars reported. So this tab does exist for every exam without any COVID influence. It existed before, it does exist now, and it will remain in the future. As for the practice platform, it is a new tool that can be used by students to pass exam, to mark them, and to see how successful you are. You can get into the CV practice platform via My ACCA. So these are the same login details. On the 27th of May, I think there is already a link in the chat box. There would be a webinar provided by one of ACCA staff regarding this platform. You still can register, so please come there, go and see and learn how you can benefit using this platform to prepare for your exams. ACCA online study resources. Here I would like to pay attention about ACCA X. This is ACCA developed online course that will help you to prepare for AB, MA, FA exams. Okay, we see that some people are waiting. Just give me a second, I will let them in. That will help you to prepare for exams. And ACCA learning providers that are globally recognized as well, providing their services for the students who would like to prepare online. So if you're interested in any of them, you can check. So why I'm saying this is just because students who prepare with, who study with the learning partner, local or international, face-to-face or online, are still 25% or more successfully to pass exams. So please pay attention to this. And some of the exam students can prepare on the self-study, but for some exams, they may require support from the learning partner, and it shows that it is successful. To become a ACCA member, there is an obligatory 3 components. The first component is you have to pass all 13 ACCA exams. The second part is you should have 36 months of practical experience. And the third component is to pass ethics and professional skills module, which is not an exam, which it is just a module that you can go as many times as you may need to pass it. ACCA ethics module can help you to get interim diplomas, about which I will tell you on the next slide. And it is recommended to pass ethics module before strategic professional exams, because this module will help you to pass those exams. It will take you from 15 to 20 hours to complete, so it basically you can complete it over the weekend. And as I said, it is not an exam. So once you have this ethics module, so I will tell you about these interim diplomas that you can already possibly have. This is the schema of all the qualifications. And as you can see that some students register for qualification with university diploma, and they can get exemptions. And possibly have these 1, 2, 3, or 4 first exams exempted or accepted, as you can tell. So to get the owner of these ACCA diploma in accounting and business, so you will have at least to pass one of first 3 ACCA exams. It can be any out of first 3. If you have passed these exams at the CB On Demand Center, so plus ethics module, and this online diploma will appear in your cabinet. If you have all these 3 exams exempted, so you cannot get this diploma. Otherwise, at the registration stage, you will say that, okay, I will not take this exemption. But you can have as well a chance to get the ACCA Advanced Diploma in Accounting. For this purpose, out of these 9 exams, you have to pass 2, plus ethics module, and you can get this diploma, which will appear in your cabinet. So all of you at the different stages. Some of you at the very entry stage who did not pass any of the exams yet. So if you have a chance to pass the first one out of first 3 exams, together with the ethics module is a combination, you can get this interim diploma in your cabinet. So it is a small achievement that possibly can help you to get a job and to show your contribution at your achievement at this certain moment. And passing all 13 exams and ethics module, you get the qualification, which is a full diploma. We also received many of the questions about ACCA online exams, and this part will be dedicated answering those questions. Remotely invigilated exams sounds like a bit complicated, so on this slide I would like to tell you what it really means. So it is an online proctoring, which means that it is digital online assessment, which allows you to pass an exam, to sit an exam at any other location. It means that you can pass your exam at home, in the office, and this opportunity is at the moment ACCA developing, so any situations that we are facing at the moment may not resist students from passing exams. I cannot say that you will be able to use these versions of exams very soon, but ACCA is now developing this option, testing this option, and it will be used as a supporting option in the cases where an ordinary planned exam may not be passed. So it means that if we have any either pandemic or anything, and people, due to many reasons, will not be able to go to the exam session, they will be allowed to pass these remote exams. But there will be some requirements. You have to be, the person should be alone at home, there should be no any extra movements, and there should be some certain technical requirements to your computer to sit an exams. The prices for these exams will be the same as for the rest ACCA exams. It will not be cheaper because online proctoring, it doesn't mean it is done by the system. Behind the system, people who watch at you and follow as you pass an exam to keep all the rules. At this moment, a student asks the question, okay, so what should I do further? So the next slide will help to answer what should students do in this case. So you will register at your ACCA exams as you did before. If you would like to pass applied knowledge exams, which are first 4 exams, you will still go to the CB On Demand Center and register to pass exams. If you are within that frame of the applied skill exams from performance management to financial management, you will register for the regular session, which is available 4 times a year, and will pass that exam. If you are at the strategic professional level, the SBL to the AAA, it is as well regular papers, which is passed 4 times a year, and it will become computer-based, as I said, in June 2021. In September, it will be done on the paper. And the next year, students will have opportunity to pass as well computer-based way. And here is ACCA customer service. Why I'm showing this slide at this moment, because there are some students may face some technical problems, some not ordinary situations, and I would like to make a photo of this slide for the purpose if you face any difficulties. If you face any problem, your ID is the key to identify you. Whomever you write, whenever you write, always use your ID. It's like your ID passport that will help you to identify you in the system. So if you face any difficulties, any problems with your exams, with your payments, with something reflection in the cabinets and so on, you can write anytime using your ID. You describe the situation or make the print screen if it's a technical thing, and you send your request to students ACCA Global. You can also call this telephone line, but unfortunately it is not available at the moment due to quarantine, so all the support is done via email. So please contact them if you have any other questions. And at this moment, I'm ready to look it in the chat box and answer your question in case the questions wasn't answered during the presentation.
Dear participants, here is the live question part, Q&A part, and if you have any questions related to Mrs. Victoria's presentations, you are welcome. So any types of questions related to this seminar is welcomed. So in the chat part, you can write your question, and we, as a British Academy, and most probably Mrs. Victoria, will answer your questions.
Yes, thank you, Aras. Indeed, ACCA partners are well informed enough to answer most of the questions. In case they have questions, they can always ask us, but most of the questions may be answered by our ACCA support team, whom you can contact as per details. So please, if you have any questions that you are interested to receive answers today, you can let me know. If you like the presentation and consider it informative, please also let us know. We would be happy to hear your feedback to become better for you for the next time, because ACCA offices does exist everywhere to support the ACCA students, as we call them, future members and our partners. So please feel free to share your ideas, your feedbacks, and your questions. Today we're here to answer, and today we're here for you. So please feel free.
Thank you, Mrs. Victoria, for valuable and detailed information you provided. So we're really, as a British Academy, thankful for ACCA Ukraine, and on behalf of you, Victoria, and Mrs. Janetta. So because you really supported us to answer the questions related to new updates on ACCA and on new change that's expected in the future, particularly in the next year. And I would like also to thank to our students and also all participants that joined that webinar. We think that webinar became very useful and beneficial for them, because at least I think we answered all questions. Probably that's the reason why they didn't ask any questions, because I see the presentation covered all directions, all points. That's why probably we don't have further questions on this web.
Yes, and I would like as well to thank Janetta. She's the head of the representative office. She is with us today, and she is answering the questions right now to the students at the chat box, and it allows students not to wait for a long time and receive the answers. Yes, all the exams are available in September, and you can register for them. For more details, you can always come to us or come to the British Academy. Here on the screen, you also can see our details, our website, and frequently asked questions are already in the chat box. Please feel free to have a look, and as well, we will share all the links together with the presentation to all of the participants. So in case you have joined later or were not able to check at the same time, we will share everything with you and wish you good luck in your further exams, and stay with us.
Thank you, Mrs. Victoria. I think if we don't have further questions, we can end this webinar. And again, as a Bridge Academy, we send our thanks to ACCA Ukraine and on behalf of you and Mrs. Janetta particularly. And if any students, it doesn't matter if there are our students or any participants on the webinar, can ask their questions as you told directly to you, or they can contact Bridge Academy as well. We are ready to help them, particularly in these hard times.
Yes, Aras, thank you for your support and thank you for organizing this webinar, and it gives the opportunity to students to become better informed and be on the track and on the same page with us. As we are the international global organization, and health and safety of our students and our partners is our main purpose. So that is why we hope that canceling June exams and the next session, everything will be fine and all our families and our friends will be safe. Happy to continue this journey.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you again. And I think if we don't have any questions, we can end today's webinar. See you on the next webinar in the future. That I think you, as a ACCA Ukraine, are I'd say helpful. That in the future we might have the further webinars that might be beneficial for all students, all participants in the future.
Yes, thank you. And if you communicate with your students more closely, if you have any ideas or you have any questions, what further webinars we can deliver that you will be interested, please share with Aras or Emir. We will discuss this opportunity so all of us can benefit and you as well. It will help you to progress.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, have a good day, everyone, and stay in touch. Have a good day and see you later.
See you. Take care.